Hey, how's it going? Happy Monday. How's it going, guys? Hope you're doing well. It's too hot. I'm gonna start with that. It's too damn hot. Today and yesterday have been like really hot days, and I mean, compared to some places, it might as well be freezing. But you know, I don't compare myself to other places. Right here, it's hot days. So, not the best. And currently it's 75 degrees inside, so. Pain. But some good stuff. I was playing around and trying to figure out some art direction stuff for the environments. Figure out how do I actually want it to look and what's going to work to look and what can I do? As in, what can I actually do? In terms of having skill to execute, right? Because if I'm going to be the one creating the environments, I need to be sure that I can not only do it, it's not going to take an insane amount of time or effort, in a sense, right? Because if something takes an insane amount of time, well, that's not good. And if it's something I can't execute on, then we have a problem, right? And it needs to work with the sprites, yada, yada, yada. So I was like trying to think. I was like, you know what? Let's try some AI tests. And I was like, what if? Because one of the things I realized is the textures in the environments are too noisy, basically, right? They're unfortunately too noisy. And it's mostly to do with the fact that, well, they're not built for what I'm trying to do. So I was like, okay, what if we try Toon? What if we try the Toon shader look? Hey, Revolutionary, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. And so I did a test. I need to be on top. You come up here. There you go. So I did a test with AI. I was like, just make this screenshot Toon. And I was like, you know what? There is some stuff that I like about this. Like the stones. The grass is way too plain. Stone's technically a little bit too plain as well. But I like where it's going. And so I began to experiment over the weekend with a bit of Toon shading and stuff like that. Because one thing right here is it's not noisy, right? That's the main thing. So I want me not noisy. But it's a little too plain as well. I don't want to go just full like saturated and like plain. Could I execute it this? Absolutely. You know, that's not hard to do. It's really easy actually. But not that exciting. So with that, I was doing some tests. And these tests aren't finished, but this is potentially what I'll be doing. So this is one method. This is technically another. So This has toon. You can see here the old one. This has the toon, full like toon stylized, with like a brushstroke type paint on it, with some breakups and stuff, and a little bit of a normal mapping. This is just plain color in the toon. This is the old textures and like toon. They're still using the toon material in a sense, but this is actually like just color, and this is like has an actual texture that's I apply to it, and that is a tiling texture, and then I randomly offset it. So now every single one of these, right, has a slightly different offset, right? So it looks like it's more varied than it is. So obviously I haven't done this for all of the things, but it was like something I was trying out. So that's where we are currently. And some of the stuff is using the, this is not the toon shader. It's just, I've been only set it up for the floor to actually use the post-process on. This is using, has the material, but not the post-process, which is why it looks so weird on the stairs for these guys. So I want to play around with it a bit more today and see about setting up one for this and see how it looks if I did this kind of thing on all of them. The one really good thing about it, or I guess the couple of good things about it, is one, it is low contrast and the sprite really pops off of it. Because it's so plain and low contrast, the sprite reads well. Like the sprite actually reads, whether it's against the green or against this, it's much easier to see it, I feel. That's what I was saying before, right? In terms of, I think the problem isn't so much what I'm doing with the sprite, and it's more to do with the actual, like, environment. It would only make the grass more fresh, the lighter green you had before. The rocks and mud is really nice. Yeah, I want to add a little bit more. We'll do that right now. We'll try setting up the grass, and I'll go through the process that I'm doing and set it up. And yeah, we'll go from there. Let's do a. I can just take a screenshot, honestly. Just need some color variation here. So let me just take a screenshot of this. That's gonna be good enough. Load this up. You if I'm 12. This is just there for sampling of color. In fact, blur. Okay. Rasterize. Blur. Okay. So now, what we can do is paint, like brush strokes. But first, I need to do pattern layer. 512 by 512. Okay, so I can work on the pattern one, right? Yeah, so this allows me to paint through it. Hey, Rohan, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. That's your program right there? I mean, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people with program right now. So then we just can do one of these. And basically give it a little bit of color variation and give it a nice kind of a little bit of a interest, shall we say. Let's do. Right, and it's automatically tiling, which is great. Let's do. A little bit different one. Give me like. There we go. Right. We'll see how this works. This might not work. I mean, honestly, yeah, that one's a little bit much. Let's do. Okay. How did you get the brush to wrap around like that? What, you mean your brushes don't do this? It's a pattern layer. Patterns automatically wrap. Fantastic when you're trying to paint and draw tiling textures, because they'll auto tile. Okay. PNG. I've just been saving it on the desktop just because it's all testing. Thing. Turn off show and explore. Yes. So, right. Got our little image. Then we need to also get the roughness of it. So I need to view, saturation down. Roughness probably should be like pretty rough. So let's just say there. And the last one we need is the normal, right? So I need to so I originally was testing out with the original texture. Let's see. There you go. And no. Then I need to turn this. I really used the. Let's see if I can use the base color here. A little bump map. Hiding it. Matter. Load that texture. Guess it's the normal. Uh, this way instead. Oh yeah, I saw that there was one that was doing it this way. I guess this one works. What is the... Why do I have a mask on that? Odd. And now we have the normal. The only thing I want to do is blur it. First we need to save it. Normal. Open it. I guess put it here, it doesn't matter. Hey, shush. And then we can blur it. Because it's way too sharp. And we can resave it. The blurred version. You know, is it just the normal in the UE material after? I can't do this in the material after. Nope. I can't blur it. I can change the strength, but it will remain being sharp. I can't blur. I wish I could blur, but you can, but that's not an option. All right, so now we have this, right? We have a painterly tiling green, the normal for it, and a roughness for it. We can adjust from there, but let's now go here. Let's go to the grass ones. Open you. Already have them open. What I need to do now is so this is, I mean, I guess I can expose this now as a test. That's all my like testing here. Oh yeah, and the test, and now we do control. So, kind of parameter. This is going to be the base color. Roughness. Normal. I see. Be tiling. So, yeah, obviously wrong texture, but let's go ahead and places for this is all wrong, but it's all a big test, so trying to see if this even works, and then we can, you know, clean it up and organize this and whatever. Normal roughness, too shiny, clearly. But there it is. So that's a lot more interesting, right? If I change the tiling to 2, 1 tiling, 0.5, 1, 2, 3, 5. 5's too much. But we now have a little, I feel like it's quite a bit more interesting, right? Right, it's a bit more interesting. What I'll probably try doing... is reusing this. And actually, let's do that right now. Let's see if we can just set it up to reuse the texture. And tint it. So we'll need a hue shift. Why would you put it in there? We'll also need a... Just do a tint. Oh, no, hold on. What do we need? Let's do a tint. So theoretically then, let's open up the dirt ones. I'll make it even better that I won't need that. I'll probably make it on a custom primitive data to make it even better. But again, we're just trying to see if the whole look of it works at all. That's step one. Does it even work? Duplicate. How many tabs I have open just for this? Hue shift. I use saturation control. Would be even better if you use a noise node and would have added bonus of never repeating. I don't want to use noise. What we want is no. We don't want noise. Noise is bad. Noise is how it starts being bad for. It ends up being too contrasty, and I don't want just noise. I want it to be rather like splotches of color, like painting. Which is why I used a oil brush type thing. So we could do saturation now, and maybe alright, tone that down. And if we want to, we can now also darken it. And that's a lot more interesting. That's a lot more interesting. Let's see. What about also where's the other one that I was using before? I believe it was this one. No. This one? No, 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 no. Oh no, it was these guys. So this one, oh yeah, this can go away. That wasn't working. So this one was using the a height lerp, basically. So this basically had a gradient from bottom to top, right? Is there any way? I mean, I guess I can use it for. I could try still using it. I'm trying to think if there's any way for me to have this right variation in the colors and all that I painted, but also have a gradient. There's really no way, right? Because it's just at a certain point, it's one or the other in terms of the colors. Obviously, you can do the value. Value we can obviously do. I was just thinking out loud in terms of, like, if I want to make, like, have the color of the grass right here be the same color here, right? You can do that with a height, with just a gradient, right? Easily achieved. But if you want to now add color variation, that's no longer easy to achieve because you can't have both. Now, you can either have color variation or you can have a perfect gradient. You can't. I mean, you could do if you did it like really manually, but like we're talking like in a procedural way. So here, so this now has a ramp. So it has a little bit of a gradient. Let's actually, let me organize this a little bit. Right, so we have a little bit of a gradient on that. The min probably needs to be higher. I don't want to go all the way to black, so like to 0.5, honestly, 0.5 to 1. Probably a better default. Because you never get pure black. Pure black is when we get pure white for whatever reason with this setup. That's the that's the LOD. Use a hue shift or whatever method of color variation. Use per instance random. Yep, that's what I'm doing. That's what I just did for the brown here. Hey, Flick, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I have. Actually, do I have it on this version? I might not have it on this version. Oh no, I had it on my. On you. Yeah, there's my. Yeah, I need to bring this back in. Bring you back in. Yeah, I had it on this version. And there's a color variation, and yeah, bring all of you in. Yeah, I didn't have it on the texture one. I had it on the color one. Yes. Oh. Tweak the values a little. Oh, wait, why is there a... Well, there's the problem. That needs to be like so. There we go. There we go. Better. Right, much better. Looks really good. Good. I'm glad you like it. Shall we try it on the other pieces? Like, shall we try putting it on these stones, I guess? And go from there? Okay, I'm going to just open all of these. Yay! And I'll put the same ground texture on here. The good thing about this is it's extremely replicatable for me. It's just a matter of, do we like the art style? Do we like the style? And there's still some stuff I can tweak with on the Toon shader front as well. So it's like, it's not over yet. So we need to assign... Which one was it? It was this one. No, this is the dirt one. We're going to assign the original one. Which is this one. Look at what happens. I mean, it might not turn out great. We'll see. It might need to be a different tiling for it, but we'll see. I like the fact that some of them are more plain and flat. Some of them, maybe needs a little more tiling. Well, I don't want to increase the tiling more on the ground. I feel like on the ground it's fine. So maybe I just need to have a different one for these guys. Or just have a bit more variation on them. What happened here? This one's not set up for it. Is there one that I'm missing somewhere? Did I miss one? Oh yeah. How did I miss one? There we go. It's interesting. Is it too much? It doesn't work for this thing. This thing's too big in scale. Same thing here. It doesn't work for this. It's too big in scale. Yeah, it definitely provides the randomness. Let's... Okay, here, let's do this. Let's make a material instance here. Let's go to the brownstone. I'm going to apply the material instance to those. So I can play around with it by maybe brightening them up. So this was what it was. So we just did a little bit of brightening up. Actually, we can now play around with that value. I kind of like the brightness of it. I like the variation, actually. We can go extreme variation. Or extreme normals. Or extreme colors. We can increase a little bit of the color variation, but I don't think too much is good. 5%, I think it's fine. Beautiful. Tiling's fine. Radiant. I feel like this is working well. Let's play with these guys, which means I need to make a duplicate of this and assign it to now. Ashes again, so we have an instance applied to all of them. I should probably not apply it to like the stairs and columns and all that, because I know those won't work. The stairs might actually. That's fine. Doesn't matter. I already started doing it. So, funnily enough, brighter is better. Oh, wrong one. Happy accidents, yeah. So this is before, right? This is the darker one. There's only 50% light boost. This is not going to be what we have. Do I have overlapping points here? I think I do. I think I might have that. Path crab border. Oh, of course it's gonna. You should do a. Actually, I just changed this to remove duplicates. So we're gonna go from 128. No, it's still 128. Okay, in that case, let's do a bounds modifier. Scale it to 0.7. There we go, 128 to 99. Yeah, so I did have overlapping. And I don't see anywhere where I'm losing them. Okay. So now this do we want to try brighter on the grass one? Yeah, I misjudged the roughness on the grass for sure. Yeah, I'm leaning towards darker as well. I think the original's fine. The original's fine. Tweaking the color a little bit to be a little bit warmer. I feel makes it work a lot better. Right? From this to this. I feel, considering this is all a little kind of warm, this I feel fits better now than that. Yeah. Let me... Yeah, there you go. Okay. I don't hate it. Okay. Then, to help the character pop, I think this one's not using the toon shader yet, because I think this one needs to be regenerated. Clean up, generate. Oh, this is using different rocks? What? Hold on. No, it's using the right rocks. Right? It's using the material instance, but it's not... Yes, somewhat. Where did I miss the custom depth pass? Temple cubes. Yeah, these are not using it. Why? Where did I miss it? On here. Not the grass, not the path. Ah. Aha. There we go. It's set up to use the custom depth pass value, whether or not I enable it for that thing. So that way, because the portals and everything was being affected as well, and I'm like, I don't want that. So it's easier for me to just give it to like specific things than remove it from everything else. So I'm like, yeah, let's do it that way. That looks nice. I kind of like that. Yeah, it makes the portal pop for sure. I kind of like that. Like, it's not completely plain. It has a little bit of normal detail, but not like an insane amount. Actually, how much of that is normal detail and how much of that is the geo there? That's geo, isn't it? Yeah, that's geo. Never mind. Well, actually, no, that's not geo. That's normal. This is geo. That's the normal. Heck yeah. Okay. Okay. What? Let me mess with the grass one. I don't know if I'm happy with the grass one. One tiling, two tiling, 3 tiling, 4 tiling. We were at 2, and I feel like 2 to 4 doesn't do much. Yeah, I think it makes 3 is not terrible. There's something about the grass that I'm not thrilled with. Like 1. I mean, 1 is fine. That's true. 1 though doesn't like has almost no. You don't see almost any of the like stroke or anything. 2, you at least get a little bit more variation per block. So I'm leaning more towards 2 than 1. I think 3 is, or you can see based on like this one here. That's 3, 2, right? You still get a little bit of it. So I feel like 2 is better in that regard. It could also be that I just don't have enough. You know what it is? I think I just don't have enough variation in the actual texture, texture here. I think we need a little bit more yellowish tones. So let's go back here. This is gonna need to be like here, not like this. What did I press? Pressed 1. Oh, I did the opacity. But let's do. I'm just gonna give it a little bit more, just a little. Grass doesn't need to have all the same splotches anyway. So let's just try that again. We'll need to readjust this. So it's the roughness one, and then this one needs to be pre-selected. Exported. Cheshire. Then reblurred. Let's see if that helps. See almost no difference. Really? Wait, no, I didn't bring it in. I didn't bring it in. That's the same image. Did I overwrite the wrong one? Okay. Yes. There we go. Now it's overridden. There we go. That's a little bit better, actually. This. It almost looks like now there's a few splotches of brown, but there's a little bit too... Why does it feel like there's too much brown now? It's definitely too much. So this is too much. Can I undo? Yeah, I can. So let's do... We'll have it just a little bit less.
The prophecy foretold an unskippable evil. Today, we freeze the prophecy.
You show the texture again so you can mark it? What do you mean? This is the texture. Links don't work. Fade the tail to green. I don't know what the tail is. And I don't really have a control over fading it based on geo right now. If you pop the picture in the Discord, I'll be able to see it. I think overall, it's all of it is promising. I can't say it's like perfect, but it's definitely promising. Right. And it's very easily set up. Put in suggestions. What, move it to the right? Is that what you mean? I mean, keep in mind it's randomly offset. So each one of them has it at a different spot. Fade where you mark to the right, back into green. Oh, I'm just using a brush. Yeah, I'm just using a brush, so I don't really have control over like the fade at the very edge here. I can blur the entire thing. But no, but you can make it green there. True. I just go with that. It's a little close there. Maybe too many little ones, but we'll see. Let's just try this. You. And you. I hate it. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Just why'd I have to rasterize every time if I just want to use a blur? Come on. Apply. Export. Normal. Yes. Okay. Re-import. Okay, that's a little better. I mean, it's the spots really dark. Yeah, but we can change that. We can tweak that. Right. We can tweak that. Let's do a little look-see in the dungeon, shall we? Why do I have this? Oh, the boss portal's right behind me. I'm like, why do I have this red light? It's cool. I like it. The boss portal's right there and I can't get to it. Well, first thing is they definitely pop a lot more. Don't mind the fact that this looks weird here. Again, we're only look at the floor ones, because these don't have the toon shader applied. They have the material applied, but not the toon shader, which is why it looks weird. It's gonna lag because they're loading all the stuff. I feel like the normal strength is a bit much on these, maybe. Or, oh, you know what? Does it have the toon shader applied? Oh, it might not have the toon shader applied. Oh, it's so hard to tell. Hold on. Pause, because I didn't regenerate them. Oh, god damn it. Because I didn't regenerate it, I think it might not have the toon shader applied. Let me just double check. Lost some brightness. Well, that's what I'm saying. I think the toon shader's not applied. The post-process shader, not the shader. Yeah, the depth thing isn't applied. That's why. If I would select all of these and turn this on, you can see there it's got brighter. Yeah. So the reason is I need to go through all the levels and regenerate all the things, or like have it update, basically. Okay, let's go to. No, sure. So theoretically, I should be able to go here and just basically tell it to update by just refreshing it. And now everything here should have it turned on. And it does. Easy peasy. So we just need to go open it up, detach something, reattach something, and I'll update all of them. I won't be able to see on these guys, but detach, reattach. You can actually see it. It does update. Right. Well, no, this is that's intentional. That's why I always say that PCG is free if you're not doing it at runtime, like in terms of performance cost. That's why I keep telling people. It does not regenerate if it's already been generated unless you tell it to. Assuming you're not doing it for runtime. And this is proof of that, right? It's basically just an instant static mesh in the world at that point. So yeah, unless you tell it to, oh yeah, it was supposed to update, right? It's just putting the level instance as it is. It's not regenerating it. It's just, oh, this is already pre-built. Pop it in. Right. So it's good. Hold on. Did it put? It's like, yeah. Oh, I don't have the post process in here, but it should have had the value. Yeah. Yeah, like so many times I've had people ask like, hey, like how do I optimize like ECG? And then I always ask, are you doing it? Are you generating at runtime? And the answer 99% of the time is no. Well, then I say, don't worry about it. It's free. The PCG part of it is free. If you want to optimize anything, optimize your assets and how many of them you're spawning. Because that's just a matter of you're just now working with instant static meshes. You optimize it like you would anything that's in your world. If you're not at runtime and you're updating a variable related and become compiled, that should. But you're not at runtime and you're updating a variable related. But I'm not anywhere where it would understand that it's updated. Because keep in mind, I can click pause region and I can just change whatever I want and nothing will be updated. It doesn't automatically know in every level that I have not opened or even sees, right? It isn't a separate level entirely in the entire engine. It doesn't just, the levels don't just randomly listen to everything else, right? It's like, I mean, I don't know. It's the same thing, I believe, if you were to change a variable on a blueprint would be different. No, but yeah, that's how PCG works. I don't know from the top of my head a good like other example that does that, but I don't know. That's always how PCG has worked. Whoa. I don't remember it being so blue. It's cool. You don't understand PCGs? That's why you're asking. The short version is PCG will not update in different levels entirely because it's not listening to your graph at that time. And I'm spawning in level instances that aren't, they're just being spawned in as a level instance. So they're not gonna update randomly either. It's assuming that everything is already in there correctly. It's an easy fix. Just attach something. I could probably click force regen as well. Let's try clicking force regen here. Force regen. Yeah, there it goes. And then everything's updated. I can select any one of them now. And, That's fine. Okay. Let's see. Oh, no, I pressed Control 1. God damn it. I meant to press just 1 and I pressed Control. Good job, me. Let's take a look. If you had a lot of levels, you could make a tool that does that possibly. Because it's doing is loading the level NPCs looking for that data. Yeah, you just go through and just, I mean, it doesn't take long, as you saw. Like, how many levels? You can have like hundreds of levels. Yeah, and you can make a tool that does it, possibly. But I don't know how to do that, so if you know C++, I'm sure you can. There we go. Yeah, there we go. And actually, this kind of painterly decal works pretty nicely in contrast with this look. Rock, no C++. Yeah, this is still not Toon Shader, which is why you can see here this one looks a little bit different than this. But yeah, see now it's better. So many bombs and everything. Are the enemies easier to read? I feel like these guys aren't. These guys. So I think the next thing to do... The projectile is not a thing because I think the effects look cool now. I think the next thing to do now is to change the brightness of the sprites. I need to look into the post-process thing because when colors get too dark, like on him, they turn to white for whatever reason. I need to see what's doing that. I'm using Prismatica Dev's setup, and for whatever reason, his stuff is doing that. These guys have like full normals, which is why they look so weird. Okay, let's try next to do the character gradient. I don't know if I could do a... Can I do a gradient on the sprite using the box UVs? I guess I don't need... Can I just do a gradient? Let's see. What happens if I did a linear gradient? Okay. Yes, that one won't work because it's we can't do it based on the texture. It has to be based off the sprite. So would this work? No. I don't think we can do bounding box-based UV either. Really? Oh, you can do left to right gradient. Why can't you do top down? Did I hit apply? Apply. One, two. Yeah, well, vertically it doesn't work. We could try the other method I was doing. This. Okay. This one works. Okay. So now, instead of that, we could say, okay, go from 1.0 to like 1.5 or like 0.8. I might this might need to be backwards. 0.5. Oh, but it caps at 1. So I can make the bottom darker, but I can't make the tops brighter. Unless I threw it into the emissive. unless I threw it into the missive. God damn it. Then the Y actually looks kind of cool. It does. Okay, and then we can go 0 and 0. So that's no emissives. 1.0 emissive. 2. Oh, but the problem here, right, will be that she will be emissive even in shadow. So this is what she actually looks like. I mean, honestly, a little bit of emissive. Like, maybe not this. That's kind of a lot. But like maybe this is a 0.25. Diablo, yeah. Oh, that's not a shadow. I don't know why I'm checking there. Where's another shadow? I need like an actual like deep dark shadow. So this is what would be normally here. This is with a little bit of a boost. And the boost is top down. Let's see. It's out of here real quick. I'll put this back onto the base color. Base color and emissive. Just so I want to see if these values do anything. Because that's pretty good. But does this do anything? Yes. I think this is the gradient that we'd want. Looking at it. Actually, let me see something. If I do this way, we can lower the gradient start. So if we did this, okay, and then we put this back to emissive here, I guess both. No, we don't want to do both. We just want to do just emissive. Didn't world gradient not work on objects? And move the object up and down so character goes down the world. I thought there were issues, but maybe only are speaking for. Well, there's many different ways of doing gradients. You can do world gradient, but this is not a world gradient. This is an object gradient. Or in this case, it's actually an instance of a gradient. Why am I able to go there? Oh my. Okay. Good job, me. How did that happen? It's clearly there. Okay, so looking here. This is 0. .25, 0.5, 1, 100. Go somewhere in between, maybe 50. Well, it's using the world position node, yes. It's using world position node, but it's also using the object pivot point. And then going off of that. So it's taking the world position and then offsetting with the objects. Objects position. .45. You just remind me of the freaking Colt 45 and 2 zigzags. Is that a song by Afro Man? Yes. 8.45 is not bad. Yep, that's the one. I actually really like the stones here now. Okay, let's take a look at what the character's enemies look like now. With this new emissive bit. We tried so many different things, guys, and I thought I was like, I need to probably mess with the actual environment, not the characters, because I think, and here we are, and that was the answer. Yeah, this kind of looks cool. Environment looks really good now. We can still mess around with some stuff, and we will. Right, this is still not set up, right? We still need to do a bit of stuff. This looks so weird. Without the tune post-process, this looks so weird. But so if we look at the these guys, the 3D one, I mean, they have the strong normal map right now, so that's not helping. But I mean, I can see them. I guess these guys aren't gonna. Actually, no, they're still using the same. No, they're not using the same material. Yeah, it won't affect these guys. I can make it affect those guys. But I think they're using a different material. Take a look. Did someone order some tabs? Well, the plan is to have all 3D guys, but done in the way my character's done, not the way they're looking right now. We gotta rework them and re-render them and reset them up. But we still gotta do the character. I'm honestly tempted to say to hold off on applying for the Mega Grant, because I would need to start applying like in a month or two. Or need to apply in a month or two. I think I need more time to like rework all those enemies and stuff. So I might I was thinking of or planning on doing doing it, but I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I might still do it, but We'll see. Oh, it's still using the lit sprite. It is using the same setup, so it should have the effect. You know a guy who knows a guy who got the grant, and 5 years later he finished the game, and that grant, and the grant wasn't for. 5 years later he finished the game, and the grant wasn't for. What? I feel like there's some words missing there. Grant wasn't. The game he released wasn't the game he got the grant for. Ah, okay. Yeah, but that also assumes that I even get the grant. Right, I might not get. I mean, might is a strong word. I most likely will not get the grant. Yes, openings and deadline. Yeah, it's the next one is July, August is the application process. I mean, like, I can get, if I tone back down the normal strength, like, I can get back looking to, like, decently. So I'll probably still set it up. At the very least, I can try creating, like, try seeing if I can make a trailer for it and go from there. Because I'll need to have a trailer anyway. But this guy's using the same lit sprite setup. So theoretically, he should have, yeah, the same effect as the rest, all the 2D ones as well. Is there a? I should be able to pause and take a look at the lighting and see it. Yeah, I was looking at the. I was also looking at the Mega Grant, and like they will give like several thousand, which is not, just nothing to scoff at. But definitely, why did it start? Is that all in shadow? Is that why it looks like that? That's an interesting look now. Because it's in shadow, and the tune with the why is the sky like blown out? Why is the sky like that? You don't know, but you like it. I feel like it's a little too blown out, but it's definitely not the worst. So even he should theoretically I think that's the emissive gradient. That's lighting. Obviously, these have strong neural maps, so they are definitely have it. But I think it is still applying to them. I have a height fog, but it's only happening in the camera, so something's going on with the camera. So I think the effect is working. Something cool. Okay, well, I think it's safe to say that it is usable. All right, let's see, fog. Yeah, why is the fog not doing anything? What's going on? What is going on? No, the fog is working. I guess just I can't turn it on and off to have it change it. But why is the camera so blown out? That is all the same. So my guess is post-process? I had actually looked at this a lot of the post-process here. Screen space. Care about all the lumen stuff. No, it is this. Why is this? Why is this affecting? Why is this? This is nicer than that, in a sense. This. Hold on. It's set to seeing color before depth of field. What if I change it to seeing color after depth of field? Nope. Translucency after depth of field? Not that one. Oh God. Oh God. Huh. Why would it be affecting you? Oh, because you're not even using the custom death pass. You shouldn't be affected. Huh? I'm scaling this down. It's not being scaled down. So this didn't have any effect. So the whole scaling of it didn't have any effect. No, the problem is not depth of field. It's a. Why is the skybox being affected though? Try tinting it. No, I can make it pure black and I still get blown out. What? What's going on? Hide. There's no effect. It affects here. I don't know. It's not one I've made, but either way, like changing the tint to pure black does nothing. So this post process is doing something where it really shouldn't be. The question is why. Where's the post process material? Post process, diffuse color. And then it's a bunch of if statements using the diffuse color times a variable. And it's being compared to custom depth. Let's go. This is to cut out things I don't want. So either use the final result for those things, or uses the one I was doing. Is it this? Hold on. I might have an idea. No, it still should be darker. What I think is happening is this shouldn't be multiplied. Although this is the stuff that should be being affected. Why is the sky being affected? Hold on, let me just do a completely. Let's do a 1 and a 0 here. That it should be at 0. Why is it not 0? Because it's not being read in depth, is it? Is that the problem? Somehow it's not being read in depth? In the depth pass? Why is it not being read in the depth pass? Why is it not being read in the depth pass? It is just a static mesh. a big static mesh, but still a static mesh. Had this issue before with an NVG material you made. You had a similar issue? Let's see. It is opaque. Is it because it's unlit? Hold on. No, putting in lit didn't change that. Local fog volume isn't a height fog, by the way. What do you mean? It is fog. It is not exponential fog, but it's still fog. I mean, I know there's a separate actor for like, but it's still another fog, and still affects in height. Yes, he doesn't even have Yeah, I'm not using exponential height fog. I'm using local height fog. But that's not the problem. I already showed this. That has nothing to do with the problem. Close this. Starting here. Don't need the post-process material stock because it's not a post-process material itself. I can try going to. Well, it's not translucency, right? It's opaque, so translucency sorting wouldn't help here. 700,000 assets. Oof. That fog is fog for depth, not height. I mean, look. Turn this off so I can show this. Bam. Depth. This is height. We're looking down. See? See? It's for any direction. It's just distance. It doesn't care which direction. It's just distance. But I need. Okay. Let's see if we can find out what's going on by asking our trusty AI overlords. In U5, I have I'm using a post-process material with the depth buffer. But for some reason, my skybox isn't registering on it. Why? Good job, Grok. A new version is available. Okay, reload. What? What the shit is this? Reload so you don't get your. What? Did they just make it so? I'm already paying for premium. What's this shit? But subscribe now does nothing. It just slightly went all gray. You know what? I'm gonna go to Grok's website. Well, fuck you too. I'll just use Grok's website. I'll go to the source. Guys, also depth? Yeah, so then what do you mean by saying fuck not height? It is height also. Yeah, it's everything, including height. Yeah, but I want it to work in depth. I want it to go in all directions. It's doing what I want. We don't need to worry about the fog. Fog is fine. Fog has no issues. The post-processed material has issues. But the fog doesn't. This guy is simply drawn after a page of... As this guy using scene depth, sample scene depth, compare it to a high threshold, multiply by a large number, check if it's near 1.0 in normalized depth. Check if it's 0.0 in normalized depth. Guess I could just do normalize. If one, then we'll just do like two of these. Greater is 1 here, and you're just how exponential height fog works. Oh, okay. Okay, got it. All good. We get figure. Everything is 1. Why is everything? This is already normalized. Two. 1.01. So why is everything returning 1? Clearly, I'm not understanding this. Okay. Questions. Can I create a sphere in here? Will it let me? Yeah. I didn't think so. Oh, I need to see it in preview. We need to not affect. I can try doing the opposite and have it affect everything except the things I specify. I guess, but then I need to figure out how. Then I need to remove from every single Niagara's particle system, and that just seems like a bigger pain in the ass.
Stream on life support until the AD demons are exorcised.
So how do we do this? Because of the way it is, even setting it to pure this to pure black doesn't do it. Oh, now it does. But then again, still changing the value of the sky doesn't change. Yeah, I was messing with the tint. Tint does nothing in pure black. I don't like it. I don't like it. Wait, is it blown out? Hold on a second. Is it blown out in the hub? It's not. What the shit? I need to copy this, I guess, to the... Because it was like, wait, something's... Why is it fine here? I'm gonna try copying this everything over. They copy over the skybox and go from there, I guess. I agree. I agree. Okay. Copy you. Copy you. Copy you. Copy all of this. I'm gonna copy the fog. Me too. I also hope it fixes it. Atmosphere as well. Paste. Because that was stupid. The fact that it works here, but not the other one, stupid. If this doesn't work, then it's post. Okay. It's post-process. Copy. Okay, I'm going to disable this, or yes, let's turn off unbounded for this one. Paste in the other one. That is unbounded now. So we effectively disable one, left the other. Okay. Why do I use a skybox instead of sky atmosphere performance? Because I need to see clouds below, and and this is just a image of nice clouds, and it came with a pack. I don't need like moving clouds or anything. This is just looks nice. And I assume I'm using sky atmosphere. I'm just not using actual clouds. Yeah, it's significantly cheaper because I don't need them. I don't see them. So this is now the same. What? Go lower in the levels? Okay. You think it's to do with the height? I mean, the distance should be like so massive that it shouldn't matter. I need to find a teleporter now. Watch me not find the way down. No. Found the way down. Okay. That didn't get any better. We can test this on the other level, though, which would be a lot easier. Here's another way down. It's not getting any better. They're going lower, but it's not really getting any better. Yeah, no difference. It was a good guess. It shouldn't, but yeah, like it's so big that it shouldn't have any effect. Yeah, I'll try with the other level. I'm gonna put this there. Way up in there. Oh! I might have put it way too far up in there. But it is the same. He's falling for a while. Oh, what the hell? There was just a switch. Create a sublevel with proper lighting? That's not a sublevel thing. Why? You're right, but that makes no. But why only on those? Well, because those generate a dungeon randomly in a giant space, so they can spawn very high up. That's why. I could answer the why on those levels myself. The question I have more so is, why does it happen in general? Why does the height have any effect here? So the alternative we can do, right, is this, where it will affect everything except the things I specify. Right, so you can see here now, this is no longer being affected, but the problem is this happens to the effect. Ooh. The Niagara effect get this problem. This is the same problem, right? I am assuming. It's just visually a little bit different. Why? Huh. Some of the materials, I mean, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's not the AO or something. Boom. Because game creation hates us, that's why. I mean, clearly. Can you force a height? Those are on PCG levels. No, the dungeon's using Dungeon Architect. I can't force a height. I can move the sphere theoretically to the height of the character or to the height of the dungeon. Or to the spawn point height, rather. I can try that. As long as it doesn't break when going down, I guess it should be okay. So here, no. Where is it? Here. I feel like this should be here. And then now that I look at it, it should be here. Because otherwise it's doing it again. But let's do get actor of not class. God damn, I just clicked on do. Come on. I have to do all. Okay. Okay, do this. And then set actor location. Get actor location. Let's copy you. This is burn-in test anyway, so you can optimize or find another solution. Yeah. Right, let me put the player start back down. No? Really? Hold on. Did it work? I'm gonna copy this. Sky. No, it didn't work. Paste it. Why didn't it move it? Oh, it couldn't move it because it was mobile. God damn it. Yeah, that'll do it. Oh, I need to update the link there. Oops. I need to remember to start doing that. God damn it. I gave myself work. No? Now what's wrong? Yeah, I didn't move. Mobility of SkyGrid. Oh, because I'm an idiot. I changed it on the hub level, not on the actual level where I'm trying to move the damn thing. Good job, mate. Are you trying to move it, causing in the load time though? No, that's just the dungeon. Usually. Dungeon procedurally generating every time. There we go. Okay, now we need to generate one that has a lot of height. We need to test. I mean, I can move the entire thing. I can move the entire thing every time I teleport down. I can move it with the player to that new location. I can set it up like that. I don't want to. Because I would need to get all actors of class for that for whatever reason. Well, I guess I'll put it in a blueprint and then get actor of class. Okay, this has a bit of verticality. Oh, no, look, see that? See that? That's not a height thing, my... What the shit? That's not a height thing anymore. That's just pure old distance. Okay, well, this is pointless. It was a good try. It works, but then breaks again. Yep. And I'm not about to attach it to the player. That would be insanity. So, huh. Why? Not the craziest thing. I'm not. No. That would be so stupid. That would be so, yes, it would work, but that is so. No. And what if another thing happens to have this problem? I'm not right. That's not a solution. The real problem is, right, we even see this problem if I reverse it, right, here with the Niagara system. So it has the effect applied, and when I get closer to it, it turns to normal, and it looks like this further away. And I don't know why. It's clearly the custom depth, right? Well, I mean, like, we know that if we did, doesn't really matter. Just wait. right? Like what? Why is it even showing up at all? I have a post process here that says it needs to be just 0 or 1. That's the only outputs here, 0 or 1. Pure 0, pure 1. It doesn't even have a Niagara system here. It should just be 0 or 1 here. That's even weirder. Okay. Trying to make me rage quit? No, that won't make me rage quit. Undo is taking forever. Let's do it manually. How do we make that not do that? 'Cause maybe it is worth just going the opposite way, right? So if we have the Niagara system, here's the materials. So if I want to not affect it, I need to give it a custom stencil, right? So can I give, I think I saw that you can give it on the material level, but maybe not. Render. Oh. No. No, it can't be done on the material level. You can? Wait, did I just not see it? Depth. Allow custom depth rights. Disable depth. I could do a disable depth test. What does that do? That doesn't help or hurt. That doesn't do anything. Can't do that. Okay. No, that's not something you solve just by thinking about it, because it's not something that makes like sense. So if I can't do that, can I do it here? So I can turn on custom depth, render custom depth pass here. But I tried this earlier, and that doesn't do shit. So this should make it not work with this, but it doesn't. I do. I do. Why? So for some reason, I can't even like eliminate it from it. So in the post-process material, I assume you're talking about? What can I do? What does filter do? Whether to use point sample texture lookup default or using bilinear filtered can be slower, avoid faceted look with distortions. Some scene textures cannot be filtered. Yep, that doesn't do anything. Huh. Let's see. Let me ask. I want to see one thing. In UE5, when using post-process material and custom depth scene texture, is there a max distance it reads things? Send me an article. What about? No. Yeah, I'm using value 0. Yeah, we can try visualizing the buffer. That's actually not a bad idea. There it is. So that's custom depth. In our case, we're using custom stencil. What? Why is that I got nothing? Right on custom depth pass. Custom depth stencil value. Set Niagara to 1. We can try it. Nope. It's nothing. The thing is, like, we know it works because some things don't have. I mean, actually, just double check. Project settings. Settings. Stencil. Enable with stencil. Yeah, so it's on. Either way, we're using custom depth, right? Which is the stencil. Hold on, let me just do this. What? Hold on. But no, see, it's still same problem. Same problem. Also, go back to this. All right, so we have this working, right? You can see here, same problem. Why is that doing something now? Why is that doing something now? Because now it's... No? Custom path... Now I'm very confused. Try undoing enough to go back to when it was working. This is gonna be a slow undo process. Oh god. I clicked once. I don't want to apply every time. These. See where we are now. Backwards. You know what it looks like? It looks like a depth of field. It looks like a depth of field gets killed here. Why? Oh, it's on the character, that's right. Turn off the depth of field. Okay. So this is depth of field off. Okay. So let's ignore. Okay, now depth of field is off. So we know that's what's causing that problem. That is a separate problem. Okay. Which is an annoying problem. I don't know how. Why? Why is that a problem? Oh? I see clouds? Oh. Oh. Hold on. Wait. Player start. Move me up into the sky real quick. No, I don't think that was it. I think it's the depth of field. Hold on. Is the depth of field. I turn off the focal distance. And it's fine. What? The problem is the field that's causing all the problems. It's not the... Or at least just getting confused with about everything else. No, just 312, 311. Yeah, made progress. Let's do a little quick test. We can just go to the, actually, why did I just do that? Just go play. Oh. Put me back on the ground. The numpad fell down. It fell down. You typed something normally and then it fell down again. What are you doing to that poor numpad? I should not be loading in then. Until it's finished doing everything. I don't like the fact it's doing that. But if I now turn on focal distance. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I can't increase it like super high because then I get blurred. Right, this is in focus and that's better, but I'm blurred. This is the distance between the camera and me. What the hell? Can I have something be ignored in depth of field? It's possible, right? I'm sure it is. How do I disable depth test? I mean for translucency. In UE5, can I disable an object from being affected by depth of field? Use a translucent material. Yeah, I know you can do translucent, but custom post-process material with custom depth and stencil. And the post-process effect to unblur the background. I mean, oh, it's already set to translucent. Wait, what? Why is this set to translucent there? What? No, how? What? Mm-hmm. Now I'm extra confused. Where'd it go? Oh, because it's... Oh, that's right. I made it translucent because otherwise it gets blocked by the fog. So it's already translucent. So hold on then. Before depth of field? Ugh. After depth of field? So it's after depth of field. Definitely don't do after motion blur. So, huh. So this is what's happening, which is before depth of field. This is after. But why then? Do we have this where it's like it's before? Because if I set it to before now, it doesn't really change much. After, yeah. After motion blur. After motion blur makes it replace everything. Okay, well. We know the problem is depth of field. Oh, there's a disabled depth test, but that does. I don't think that matters. I can try disable depth. Nope, we don't want a disabled depth test. I'm messing with values here. Where'd he go? Okay. So what? I can't do depth of field now? Like, it's not the end of the world if I can't do it, but I would like to do it. Did you? No, it's just, I think you saw this one, which is after depth of field. After, before, and this is what I was messing with. Huh. It's, interesting. Yeah, if I turn off depth of field, then we have no problems, huh? We really need like an actual like post-process depth of field then. That's based off of scene depth or something like that. But I don't know if someone has a system like that. Because I feel like it really I feel like it needs it really needs it. Why does it look so... It looks so different. With the toon shader and the fog. Yeah, I need to also play around with the toon shader to figure out why there's like this when it gets to... Well, I guess that's the white threshold. That one actually makes sense. Camera's fixed, right? Why not make the sky a giant billboard with a cloud image? Because it doesn't solve the problem, because as we saw, it also happens on... It also has a problem with freaking Niagara, as we just noticed. And maybe I just wasn't paying it close enough attention before or something, and so I didn't notice it. But now I notice it. Right here. Right, you see how it looks? And it looks the same here. And here I'm going to turn on the depth of field. Looks nice. Bam. See that? It goes from nice depth of field to just bam. I think I noticed it before, but maybe I just tuned it out when I saw from like bigger distances. Because I remember seeing it like stuff like that, like from like way up high, like weirdness, but I never noticed it in game, and now I'm noticing it very specifically in game. I think it is still the toon shader that's magnifying it though. Oops, because if I look at the material, turn this off, depth of field is no, it was always been like that. Guys didn't notice it, I guess. So, huh. Yeah. I would need to figure out how to have Roxville aren't affected though. What do you mean? They are. They're affected. On off. Right, you can see. I don't know why it looks like there's an outline. What now? I think that's the tune shader thing doing that. Turn this off. See. You can see how it blurs the object. Yeah, it blurs them. It is absolutely effective. And you can see here even more. I don't know why it gives it like a halo effect when using the tune shader and depth of field, but I guess the moral of the story is no depth of field. At least no traditional depth of field. So good to know. I mean, either way, we did great progress on the material front. We figured that out. I'll continue playing with that tomorrow. And yeah, I guess I'll need to look into if there is a scene-based depth of field type of that. That is not like the traditional post-process depth of field. It's possible there's a different depth of field than, but I don't think so. Yeah, it is what it is. But we made progress. That's good. I'm glad. There's ways of materials in camera. The problem I'm concerned about mostly is the Niagara effects, right? It's affecting the Niagara effects. And yeah, they also use materials, but as we saw, I tried messing with the materials on those earlier and it didn't do anything. So I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I didn't do it right. We'll see. For tonight, though, that's gonna do it for me. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Hope you had fun. I like the look. I think I like the look. I might need to, like, it might need to grow on me as well. And then I'll replicate. But it's easily created and replicatable, which is very good. So, progress. Anyways, guys, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your night, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.